sometimes the underground can feel a bit boring, without much variety. Sure, the deep dark and cave biomes made it much more enjoyable, but what if we could enhance it just a little bit further? Well, let's do so with Geode Plus. Geode Plus is a Forge and Fabric mod available from 1.18.2 all the way to 1.20.2, and it adds new geodes to the game. They also come in all shapes and sizes, but there's also so much more. Geodes. Let's start with the basic geodes that can spawn inside of the overworld. Throughout your spelunking, you can find the Lapis Geode, Redstone Geode, Emerald, and Diamond Geodes. And all of those also exist with Deep Slate variations. The awesome thing about them is that they offer some additional way to get resources because the mod adds budding variants of the blocks as well. So budding redstone or budding lapis can grow out of the clusters, giving you additional ways to get redstone or lapis. Same goes for the emerald and diamond variants. Incredibly useful to come across one of these geodes. And also their cluster and crystal blocks make for great decoration. But more on that later. Some special geodes found in the overworld are the prismarine geode, found in deep ocean biomes, and the pink topaz geode, giving you access to a new material, namely pink topaz. There's also the echo geode found near the deep dark. So if you're in need of echo shards, take a look at the echo geode, but tread lightly. And finally, found in the swamp and mangrove swamp biomes, you can find yourself the celestite geode, giving you access to the second material that the mod adds, celestite shards. We'll get to what to do with those in a second, but first, you have to visit the nether. Yes indeed, because finally some cool geodes are also added in the nether. Starting with the nether quartz geode, making nether exploration finally worth it. You can also be blessed with a nether gold nugget geode or maybe even a glowstone geode. All of them awesomely implemented and executed. They of course also offer their budding and cluster versions of their respective resources as well. But when you're in the nether, what you're really looking for is the ancient debris geode. Oh yes, getting ancient debris was never easier. Honestly, this should really be in the base game. Ancient debris is a grind anyway, but with those geodes spawning, you at least have some higher yield structures. I really like that addition. But now that we've visited both the overworld as well as the nether, what about the end? And of course, there is also something waiting for us there. Namely the Rapist Geode, which might be one of the best ones. Because with the Rapist shards, you can not only make yourself slow falling potions, no, you can also make the Rapist pedestal. Ditch those boring item frames and start using the Rapist pedestal instead. The perfect way to display any item in your collection. Not only are they a brilliant idea, they just look awesome as well. But those are not the only blocks that are added by the mod. There are a couple others, so let's take a look. Blocks. Indeed, you builders out there do not want to miss this mod, because it offers you a whole host of new blocks to build with. Starting first of all with the Rapist block, the Celestite block, and the Pink Topaz block. They offer you 2 new blue tones and a not too bright pink, but the colors continue to impress. All the individual crystal and cluster blocks offer a new texture and depth you can explore in your builds. And the glowstone cluster block even gives off light. The last 2 building blocks, with the exception of the glass, that we'll talk about in a second, there are smooth endstone and galsite. While the galsite looks incredibly similar to obsidian, it is different. Look at them side by side. There's a subtle difference, but there is one. As for the galsite and the smooth endstone, you can turn both blocks into slabs, walls, and the stair variants. This will hopefully also allow for some pretty unique designs. Lastly, you can also create glass from Rapist, Celestite, or Pink Topaz. Those offer you a bit of color variety in the glass frame without changing the tint of the glass itself. But those 3 materials, Rapist, Celestite, and Pink Topaz, well, they can be used for something else. And that something else is the new smithing templates, giving you a wrap armor trim, the Celeste armor trim, or the hard armor trim. And they look freaking awesome. And of course, the mod is still being developed, so I can see any additions being absolutely amazing. Final thoughts. Well, Geode Plus is just one of those mods that you can add into any mod pack. With a variety of the geodes that are added, and the small additions here or there, with only 3 new resources and just a couple of blocks, it serves as an awesome, small, but high quality of life mod. As always, download Geode Plus with the first link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. So, yeah.